Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, we're going to be covering another spectacular synergy, this time looking at Memory Mentor and a Breath of Darkness. Now, first, let's look at the Mentor aspect and how does that change memory. So Mentor is going to replace the Right Innate as well as get rid of Memory's first special rule. In addition, whenever Memory is going to gain power cards, it's going to draw 2 or fewer power cards and then gain 1 more of them. So essentially, instead of looking at 4 cards when you gain a power card with Memory, well, oh wow, they've already added into the mod. Instead of looking at a set of 4 cards and picking 1, you're just going to gain 2 instead. And in this case, I would have gotten Infested Aquifers as well as Called a Guard. And that's whenever Memory is gaining a minor or a major power. In addition, we get this new Right Innate, and it says that you may put a card from your hand or discard into target spirit's hand. You have the second threshold, it says target spirit may play that power card. If you have the third threshold, they may repeat that power card. And then the fourth threshold allows Memory to gain markers, essentially replacing that Right Innate's ability to gain markers. Now, how does this combo work? Well, it's all about accelerating Darkness's ability on the left innate as well as the right innate. Now, Darkness has a very finite number of Explorer abductions, I guess just abductions in general. And the only way to amplify it is with elements. And that is what Memory, specifically Mentor, can do very well. And the reason is Memory, has Study the Invader Sphere, which is a 0 energy moon, air, animal card, which is essentially perfect elements for a Breath of Darkness. Now, I'm going to show you how this combo works. Now, I'm not an expert with either of these spirits. These are spirits that I have barely touched. I've played Darkness a couple times now, and Mentor I've never played, but I've seen this combo, and it was actually known during playtesting. So the combo goes, Mentor is going to hit that second threshold of that right innate, and it's going to give Darkness Study the Invader Sphere. So how does Mentor do that? Mentor first is going to get the second card play option, and Mentor is going to be playing Elemental Teachings. In addition, there's really 2 ways to go about this. The version that I like is to also play Boon of Ancient Memes. I guess if you're doing that, then you have to choose the energy option. So I guess there's really 2 ways. Let's assume the energy option. I'll explain the other option later. So we choose the 2 energy here. We play our Boon of Ancient Memes. So as you can see, we have 3 air and 2 earth, or we need that, but we only have 1 air and 2 earth. So we're going to have Elemental Teachings. We're going to give a marker to Darkness. And we're going to prepare ourselves a marker as well. So we're going to prepare ourselves a single air. We're then going to spend both air such that we can hit this right innate. And now I can give Darkness a power card where we give Darkness Study the Invader Sphere. So that's what Memory is doing on turn 1. We're going to choose that energy option, Presence from bottom track. We're going to use Elemental Teachings to prepare a marker. We're going to prepare air. And then we're going to spend 2 of our air for ourselves, and then we're going to give Darkness some cards as well. Now, from Darkness perspective, at least from what I've heard from players, is Darkness can just play its own game. It doesn't have to change or modify anything for Mentor to make this combo work. So let's assume we start over here on board D. And let's say Mentor is over here on board E. There we go. So we do that. Should we grow like this? Okay. So let's assume Darkness is going to, let's just gain a power card with our G2 here. So Darkness gets a power card. And we know Memory is going to give Darkness this free Study the Invader Sphere. So now, with Darkness, we're going to want to make sure that we can hit this innate. And I've experimented with the different cards to play. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to play Reach plus Swallowed. And the reason for that is when you play Swallowed, plus you have Study the Invader Sphere, you're going to have that 3 moon, 3 air, so you get the extra abduct. But really, you want to mix and match your cards so long as you're getting the second threshold here at least. That's all you need to do. So you play these two cards, you play Swallowed, you play Reach, and then Memory is going to give you Study the Invader Sphere. So now you've gotten the third tier of your, or the second tier of your left innate turn one. And now the next step is you just need a couple more elements. And really, you just need one specific element of Moon. And remember how I said you're taking Elemental Teachings turn one? Well, that means Memory can still give markers to Darkness, and in which case, Memory will give Darkness a single Moon. I know I did this in a little bit of a weird order. I'll kind of go back and explain it one more time to show you how it all works. Now, as you can see, Darkness is going to get third threshold of the left innate, as well as the perfect right innate. That allows Darkness to abduct 1, 2, 3 things. In addition, Darkness can abduct an Explorer and a city with Swallowed, and then it gets to downgrade everything and get 8 Fear on the right innate. So it allows Darkness to get very far, and you're going to get 2 Fear off Study. That's actually 10 Fear, oh, and 2 Fear off Swallowed. That's actually 12 Fear on turn 1, which is hilarious. In addition, Darkness can play Reach and abduct its own presence to increase the range of your Swallowed, so you can kind of target any lands. Now, there's also modifications to this build. I can choose to instead grow bottom track, so I would have 1 less energy, but then at least I have that presence move. So now I can kind of set up my Incarna where I want. And then if you absolutely want to, well, actually, this specific version, we're not getting the right innate here. The full max right innate, though I don't really think you need this extra line of threshold. And I can explain a way to do that, but then you don't get to do the build that I'm showing here, where you get to play Boon of Ancient Memes in the slow. So let's just kind of recap and show how this build works one more time, just for everybody. So Darkness is going to be gaining a power card. Let's say Presence from bottom track this game. Darkness is going to play Swallowed plus Reach. We then have that Incarna move, so Darkness is going to move that Incarna. Memory is going to choose to gain that energy. Memory is going to play Elemental Teachings as well as Boon of Ancient Memes. Memory is going to give Darkness Elemental Teachings, but first, Memory gets to prepare a marker. Preparing Air will give Darkness a Moon. Memory is going to spend 2 Air to upgrade that right innate. Go. Now that allows Memory to give Darkness a card and put it into play. And then Memory also would get 2 of those elements. So I guess Memory would probably go with a Moon and an Air. And then now now Darkness has that max innate. And then in the slow, you can have a Spirit gain a power card. And then Darkness is set up with a minor that it gained turn 1, as well as 2 cards it has. So pretty much can maybe go with the energy route, gaining 3 energy, and then playing your 3 cards. Darkness could also gain a card off Boon of Ancient Memes. There's a lot of different options. Or Memory can also gain power card for Boon of Ancient Memes. So this is the way that I prefer to do this combo. There is a second way, and I'm going to showcase that right now. So Darkness is going to do the exact same build. Nothing changes on the Darkness side. But now Memory has an option where instead of going for the energy, they go for the card play here. Now Memory gains a power card. Nope, I should probably copy a different card. There we go. The Memory gains a power card, so it's 2 cards. In addition, Memory is going to play both of these cards on turn 1. So instead of playing Boon of Ancient Memes, you're going to play Share Secrets. And then you're going to be able to spend a single air marker to then give a power card to Darkness. So it's essentially the same thing. But now, once you give that power card to Darkness here, Darkness now has played Study the Invader Sphere. You can then use Elemental Teachings to give Darkness a ton of different markers. So we use that right innate, giving us ourselves a moon, and let's say we get a air. Actually, we'll do a animal, and then now darkness can take elemental teachings. And once again, you can just give darkness a single moon to hit that next tier, or you can choose to give darkness a moon from teachings plus an animal, and then now you can actually max out that left innate here. And that's the big difference. If I can actually, oh, there we go. Now it's showing. So the big difference between this version versus the previous version is in the slow. I'm not playing my Boon of Ancient Memes. I've also gained a power card with memory, and I'm playing my Share Secrets on turn one. A lot of times I like to play this card on turn two if I'm playing memory. So I actually think this version is just worse. The only upside you get is one extra abduction, which could be game breaking. It really depends on the adversary, the starting setup, stuff like that. And I think both players need to communicate the exact set of cards and how many abducts you're going to need and stuff like that. And that's something that both players can discuss. Now, this combo is very, very strong. It allows Darkness to pretty much clear its entire board against most adversaries. Now, unfortunately, Memory's board is going to be fairly problematic, and that's just because Mentor is a very weak spirit. Its ability to um, handle its own problems is very, very low. It's probably about the same as base Memory in its ability to handle its own problems. It's actually probably worse now that I think about it because you don't even have the ability to draft cards. It's you're at the luck of the draw. So yeah, so it's worse at handling its own problems, but it's able to accelerate another spirit very, very well. And Darkness is a good example of that. If you like this video, like, subscribe for more content. I will see you guys in the next video.